Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Blues Over Booze. I hope there are lots of you watching tonight because I'm missing the premiere of Supersonic for this. There's been 2 games since since our last edition. We had the somewhat fortunate win over Oxford and a rather disappointing draw against Peterborough. Just to add, a shout out to the Grahams, especially Charlotte, who does the world's most epic Yorkshires. Over to
go, Scott.
Me, yeah. I think we'd all taken, wouldn't we, at the start of the week, if we'd have had 4 points out of 6 for these last 2, you would have taken, wouldn't you?
Well, that's what they base the season on, it? 2 points every game.
Yeah.
You get promoted.
I think Oxford, yeah, we were unfortunate, a bit lucky about Oxford, I think, because they had a lot of the ball, didn't they? Passed it around, looked quite neat. I think if they had a forward that could shoot on target a bit more, would have been a bit more trouble. But
we were a bit shaky at the back as well.
Yes, yeah. But I think Wordsworth took his penalty well, obviously, on Tuesday night, not so well yesterday.
Yeah, did you read that he apparently changed his mind at the last second on Tuesday? On Tuesday.
Right.
He was going to go straight down the middle,
then
one of their players shouted straight down the middle for some bizarre reason. So instead, that was quite fortunate. But obviously, it was a poor penalty.
It was a shocking penalty.
It actually reminded me a bit of the one that Bentley saved at their place last season, where he just basically caught it. I think that was that one, because that was a really poor penalty too. But obviously, he redeemed himself.
Good finish in the game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it's rather disappointing in the end. Personally, I thought Cox was brilliant when he came on.
I wouldn't say brilliant.
No, I generally thought he was excellent until that miss.
It's still.
Yeah, get back in.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's not staying up there, is it?
Are you actually recording?
Yes, it's back reconnected.
A few little details, a few little issues.
Apologies, everyone. Is anyone actually still there? I can't remember what we were saying now.
We were talking about Cox.
You were saying how wonderful Cox was.
Yeah, personally, I thought Cox looked excellent. Yeah, obviously he did have that miss, but then a few people who were sitting nearer to him than me did say that apparently he was just behind him. It looked to me like quite a bad miss, but apparently the cross was just behind him, so it wasn't quite as simple as it looked. He did well for the goal, didn't he? Moving on, good cross in for the goal as well.
That's a good finish.
Well, McLaughlin was unlucky, wasn't he? Because he hit the bar.
Yes, yeah.
So just one thing that I would like to say is a number of people I've heard raving the last few days about Oxley making saves against Oxford on Tuesday. Now, I've never been one to slag off a keeper for just making like the odd mistake. Bentley made plenty of mistakes every now and then. But the fact is that Oxley has only been out in goal for a few games and he's already cost us lots of points. And then I'm not going to start raving about him just because he's done his job.
Correct.
Like one game, he did his job. That is what he's there for. He may have helped us get the win, but
This is a historical moment. I actually agree with everything you're saying. Unreal. It is unreal.
That's not 2 weeks in a row, I think.
He was brilliant out of this world. He's there to make saves. That's what he's paid to do.
Yeah,
I can understand it.
Exactly.
Everybody makes mistakes, but I mean that was a poor mistake.
Mistakes,
and that was a poor one.
And it has cost us points.
Yeah, and his sole purpose is to make saves. So we're not going to say like he makes like one great save in a game. It's like, oh wow, he actually made a save, brilliant. He's quality. No, that's bullshit. What? So I mean that's like if you've got a striker who has played 20 games and hasn't scored, and then he gets a brace in the next game, and like everyone's raving about him. He's brilliant. He scored 2 goals, but he'd done fuck all in the previous. Excuse the expression. In the previous 20 games, it's no different. So we'll see how he is at the end of the season. Fair play, he's done all right in the last 2 games, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, all he did on Tuesday is the job
let's go back to
he's
Tuesday.
paid to do.
While we're
he's
on
not
the
done that
subject
previously.
of players, I'll be a little bit more positive and say I think Ryan Leonard is getting back to how he used to be, and probably was man of the match yesterday. scored a cracking goal
on Tuesday
on
night.
Tuesday
yeah.
night, and yeah, definitely.
I think they
well
might
done,
have
Lenny.
given him confidence that goal on it.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's-
yeah.
Yeah,
but,
you have his Doris sitting in the stand.
I've always liked Leonard, but his main fault is he kicks the ball and he never looks
Never
where
looks
he's
where
putting
he's
it.
passing it,
Yesterday he was looking
Put
where he
his
was
foot in the
passing
air.
it, and he did. I mean, he flew in for a tackle to support. I can't think who it was. Someone not doing their job properly. Coker, was it?
I don't
He
remember
flew in on.
No, Dimitri got caught out
Dimitri.
right back, didn't he? Dimitri was charged
got
up the
caught
field.
out, and
Yeah.
Leonard went charging across. And he really charged across.
And it was
and
obviously
helped
that run
him
he
out.
did for the chance set up for Cox yesterday.
Yeah.
Although maybe the ball might have been snotted or whatever, but it's that positive run forward
Definitely.
is what he was doing in obviously in League Two. And
But then why do we stop doing it? We get a goal and we stop doing it. And then we go backwards. And we go back and we go back and we go back. And we all know what's going to happen. And sure enough, thank you very much. 2 minutes into early time, 1-1.
Yeah, but we should have gone 2-0 up just before.
Well,
that.
3-0 with the
We
penalty
should
winning.
have been 3-0
Uh,
up.
well,
But-
yeah, but then if the penalty had gone in, then you know we.
But
that,
they
that
equalised.
would have changed things because that was
And they
obviously
looked like there should be
earlier.
one winner there. It weren't us. They went for it. They
Yeah.
kind of let it go. All right, they got 4 strikers on the pitch, and I know because they come back. But we never look. We go 1-0 up. Oh, 5 minutes ago, I know what we do. We just go back on match now. We'll put 10 men behind the ball, and we'll just try and play it out. And we can't do it. We're not good enough. The players at the centre halves are too old and too tired. They get to that stage of the game, quick turn, and they're beaten. You know, to me, it's ridiculous. And Brown says, "Oh, they keep going backwards." Well, you will tell them to get up the field then. Stand there looking at them. God.
But also, why again were we only playing one up front at home?
You tell me.
Well, you could argue that we were actually playing 3 up front, but of course 3 up front is 1 up front because the other 2 are,
But you see a lot
are
of
out
teams
wide.
doing
but-
it, don't they? A lot of teams only have
I mean,
one forward.
when I
Yeah.
saw Cox was coming on, I thought if he's taking Mooney off now, but thank goodness he had left the 2 of them on.
But
Well,
what
no,
got me
you
yesterday?
did
How many
take Mooney
times?
off.
How many times did Cogan get the ball
Oh, he put
yesterday?
Fortune on, didn't he?
Yeah,
But we had 2 strikers.
Yeah, I was when fair play to Brown actually, because everything that I said he should do, he then did. Doesn't necessarily mean it's right, but I was saying I would bring on Cox and Fortuné now. Shane, the idiot announcer at Rootsall, kept
William
getting his
Fortune.
name. Well, first he called him Antonio as well. But
I thought he had it
but-
different, didn't he, up front?
yeah,
To be fair.
but yeah. So I was saying I would definitely bring on Cox and Fortuné for Mooney and McLaughlin, and he did that.
That's another question for you. Where exactly was McLaughlin playing yesterday?
Well,
There was no width on the pitch, was there? How many times did Cogan go put his head up and there's nobody in front of him? There's nobody there. All that space, and you look up and the 3 of them are within 5 yards of each other on the edge of the box.
that's because they like to mix it about a bit. We're fluid. Don't just stick to their one
But
position.
Do you think we're being too harsh when Peterborough are one of the favourites to be in the playoffs?
No, I don't.
No,
No.
you know.
No, because Peter. I mean, if we were all Peterborough fans, we would probably be a lot more pissed off than we are now because because their chairman does genuinely spend money and he's desperately I mean they have spent a lot of money on players, mostly shit ones that we used to have on loan. But he's spent a lot of money and he's made it clear that he needs to get them back to the Championship, otherwise he's going to walk away because he's clearly doing something wrong. And yet still, they are crap. They were crap last season. They're crap now. They're no better than us.
That's
But still, well, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say we played well yesterday.
No, I don't think we played well yesterday.
Not by any means. We looked alright at times. We
But
were
we've
probably
played
we were
so
probably
badly
we were probably
recently,
the
it
better
made it look
team.
better.
Yeah, we were probably the better team, but the point is, Peterborough are crap. So,
Any
we still
other
couldn't
Any
beat
team
them.
with better strikers, we could have been several goals to the
Well,
difference, couldn't we? They had the chances, but
Well, yeah,
I guess in the
but,
2 games confused.
But- Your opinion on it?
On
Give us-
what?
yesterday.
I
Peterborough.
would take the
good
draw
side.
before the game.
Peterborough-
I would
You
never
predicted
take
the
a draw
draw in the
before the
back
game.
Yeah, one- yeah,
You got
before
it
the
right.
game.
Go on.
I think footballing wise, they played us off the park. I know they weren't doing it in dangerous areas, but they looked comfortable.
But do you not think that was because we only had 2 in the middle of the park and they could run through them?
Possibly. But all their players that got back to the goalkeepers knocking around the floor, everyone looked comfortable, well drilled, and knew what they want to do. The number 10 was obviously we gave him too much room.
He was brilliant. then,
Yeah, he
number
was,
10.
yeah. But yeah, I think before the week, now before in all competitions, before home games unbeaten now, is a lot of people will talk to me. They think we're starting to turn the corner slightly.
Yeah,
The squad's getting stronger. The options on the bench. Ranger potentially back Tuesday.
That is obviously a
Do you
massive
not
thing,
think that's
and
a
we're
ruse?
all looking forward to that. But,
We think
Somebody
maybe
said to me
that's
yesterday,
try and get more people.
keep
through
saying
the-
Rangers coming back Tuesday because it's all in this
He
cup
tweeted,
game.
didn't he? As well as a picture yesterday.
Yeah.
Can't bloody wait. His words were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
but I'll still go back to what I was saying a few weeks ago that yeah, we may well have turned the corner and we may end up having a good season. But at some point, whether it's this season, start of next season, whatever, we're going to go through this same shit again, and then Brown is just going to keep messing with the formation again, or the rest of it. I mean, I'm quite happy with the 3-4-3 formation as it stands. I did say in
I think it suits the wing backs well.
yeah, I mean, I said I said last week I would go 4-4-2, but I'm quite happy with 3-4-3. All I want is for him to play a settled formation. I don't really give a toss what the formation is.
But I think he will change it Tuesday. I think he'll bring Cox and Fortuna
Yeah,
at the start of Tuesday.
I was disappointed in
I think
Fortuna,
so.
the size of him. I thought he was a lot taller than that, but he didn't look that big out there yesterday, did
He
he?
looked big off the
He won the
pictures
ball,
you've
he,
seen,
got, he
yeah.
held the ball better than
Yeah.
Mooney did, but I mean, that's not difficult, is it, at the moment, let's be honest.
He did win a few headers as well. I think just had this a little bit more of a physical presence, I think. It was a bigger frame than Mooney, didn't he? But
Well,
I thought then Mooney, yes, he didn't play. He did put the shift in again yesterday, I thought.
He runs around a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But he doesn't look threatening, does he?
He's not a goal threat, no.
He just doesn't look threatening, and he's your main striker, allegedly.
Yeah.
And you've got the two beside McGlash and McLaughlin.
Is he our main striker? He's only suddenly become our main striker just because everyone else is crap. But
Well,
at the start of the
you've
season,
got-
he wasn't, was he?
At the start of the game, who was the striker?
At the start of the game, yeah.
Exactly. He's the striker, but he's not going to score the goals, is he? How the hell has he ever scored 31 goals is beyond me.
Yeah, but they were virtually all in the one season. For,
That's what I'm saying.
Message, yeah, way at the bottom.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Let me have a look.
Um,
Messages, please feel free to put your messages up. We'll try and answer anything. We're quite open about it.
Yep.
We try to.
Yeah.
Young Brett's on here again. Now we have more strikers at our disposal. Do you think Brown will go for a 4-4-2 formation, as Mooney up front on his own just doesn't work? Pretty much what we've just been discussing. isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we did at Sheffield, didn't we? We had supposedly two main big forwards. We went 4-4-2. We got the 3 goals, didn't we?
Yeah, and possibly. But I think his other issue is he wants to play both Innes and Ferdinand, but he doesn't want to drop Barrett either. So to fit in the 3 centre backs as well, that's probably one of the
That's
reasons
what
why
I have to give, wouldn't it? One of them will have to come
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's easy. Ferdinand.
You think so?
Yeah, I'll take Ferdinand out, yeah. I'll take Ferdinand out. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
No, I thought he was good.
He's got no
Yeah, I
pace.
think
He swans
but
around the back. But you
he's
can
solid.
take
Barrett
He's
hasn't exactly got pace,
experienced.
has
No,
he?
Barrett will put the effort in. He'll put the
Yeah.
tackles in. When Ferdinand he's all right. He's good. He's
If he gets his position right, he's
yeah.
he
I
will
mean,
win. He
his
win
brain,
9 out
his
of
brain
10
is
goals.
fast on his feet. There's no doubt
But
about
if
that.
he gets turned that one,
But I'd have no problem taking him out and going 4-4-2.
Are you impressed with Innes?
I think he's all right. I think he's a young kid. He's got to learn and he's going to make mistakes. But he's a physical presence. What we need. He's a big unit.
At both ends, especially. I know we did a long throws, we don't seem to cause too many.
But if that's the way it's going to go, that would be the one I would take out. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Mm,
But I don't know whether we will play Barrett Tuesday because he'll probably give Barrett a rest.
that's
That's
true.
why I
There's no
thought
need for
there'll
it,
be
yeah.
quite a few changes, I think, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I just hope that Tuesday aside, league-wise, he kept the same team from Tuesday against Oxford yesterday.
You
Maybe
can't
we
keep the same
can
team.
continue to do that
No.
so that we can.
We were a better side when we took Mooney off.
Yeah.
When we brought Fortuna on and for all his
I
false
wouldn't
cops.
have Mooney on the pitch at all.
No, but you're just saying you would start with the same team. You can't. I wouldn't. Not
You
now.
can't play Cox up front, don't you?
No.
Or Fortuna.
No.
I think Fortuna
I don't
is.
think you
So
should
if you're going to play the two of them
anyone
up, then
up
who
front.
do you going to? You're going to leave McLaughlin out.
You can't, can you?
So you've got to drop one
You
of the
can't
centre
really
halves.
drop-
that is
So he
that
will
is
probably.
the problem, innit?
Although I would drop Ferdinand, he will probably take Barrett out because it's a
Yeah.
game. It's a game he's not necessarily bothered about winning,
No.
and it gives your centre half another 90 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that will make it easier, I think. And then, but then we could have a dilemma on, or Brown could have a dilemma on Saturday. If we do well on Tuesday.
Because if Cox or Fortuna come in and get a goal or two on Tuesday night, to drop them again for Saturday, you can't really.
You wouldn't drop, would you?
But I thought they.
Although to be fair, if you're going away to Rochdale, who are flying at the moment, he would probably go back to one up front and try and just shore it up.
Yeah.
That would be the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought when the subs came on Saturday, I thought we actually looked like we had a proper strike force, which we hadn't done recently. With Mooney just up front on his own, as effectively he is. Yeah, but no, I was really pleased with Cox.
Second.
Thankless task, I think, for Mooney on his own, isn't he?
It is.
Because he works so hard, he gets to it, and by the time he gets the ball, he's got no support, he's knackered anyway, running.
But he doesn't hold the ball, does he?
No. He always looks to go down, doesn't
Yeah,
he? And
leaves me off. Really does. But as you, it's 4 points out of 6, and we'd look for that. That's promotion form. You take 2 points every game, that's promotion. End
Yeah,
of story.
we're in the bottom four.
We're in the bottom 4 for a reason.
But if we held
We were in the
on to
bottom
win,
4. We would have been 14th.
We would have been.
Yeah, exactly. It's
joint
so
10th,
tight.
I think it was, joint 10th or
And
something.
Yeah.
If our goal difference was better, we would be.
And if my aunt's
Yeah.
fault, she'd be
17th
my
or
uncle,
Yeah, but
basically.
yeah, but I mean, it does just prove that at this stage, well, you could argue at this stage it doesn't really matter, but it also proves that every point is vital. Yeah, we are. There are something like 5 or 6 teams or something on 12 points, I think, aren't there? And we're at the bottom of them all because of our appalling goal difference. But
Clean sheet mentality.
I mean, you said about Rochdale were flying, and they are flying. But a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, they were below us.
And Millwall.
Exactly, yeah, and Gillingham, even Bolton are dropped right down now. So
They're 7th or 8th now, aren't they?
yeah, so yeah, a couple of wins, and yeah, it does make a huge difference. So, but once again, we're all pinning our hopes on Ranger at the end of the day. I mean, just imagine next week away at Rochdale if we start with Ranger and Cox.
I think he'll be have more.
Or Ranger and Fortuna.
I don't know really. I think
I
they have
wouldn't
more
have thought so.
passion this time coming out because he's shown what he can do briefly. All that frustration of the injury, he's just been unleashed again.
He's got to be careful though, hasn't he? Because he hasn't played for so long.
Pick up.
He'll pick up niggles and knocks when it's going to be a given.
And he's going to be a target for
Yeah.
opposition anyway, isn't he?
Oh, of course it is. But I mean, if he can't take the verbals, he shouldn't be on
No.
the pitch, should he? At the end of the day, but it's
I
sufficient.
think it's more the physical stuff rather than the
He was
verbal.
unlucky at Sheffield, wasn't he? I mean, he went down the ankle and the guy come down on him. He didn't come down on purpose, but
No.
he just come down, and it's just
Yeah.
one of them things, I'm afraid. But I'd hate to see him go out there and run around like a headless chicken and just go mad for 20
Easy
minutes.
ping a hamstring
Yeah,
or anything like
just
that.
take it a bit easy. Go a bit slowly.
Yeah.
He could, well, I'm assuming he'll be on the bench Tuesday, if. But I, as somebody said to us yesterday, whether it's just a ruse to sell more tickets, get more people through the
Is
game.
he actually back in training?
Oh yeah, he's back in training. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't give a toss about Tuesday. It's all about Saturday as far as I'm concerned. So, what's that?
All about.
Oh, storage almost full now. It's still going. Let's hit done, I think. So yeah, do you think any importance on Tuesday or not?
Yes.
Only
A
in
win
this-
is a win. A win is a win, mate. Winning is
I-
winning.
I-
Losing
I-
is losing.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
If we win, we're almost through anyway to the next
Yeah,
round.
but we'll go to Stevenage, won't we?
I know.
If we're not going to beat Orient, then there is something seriously wrong. You've got to go out there and try.
Yeah.
You've got to go out to try and win every
And
game.
they
You
are
can't go out there-
proper crap this season as well.
The Simpsons going to come and want to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, they only got rid of Hessenthaler, wasn't it? Because he wouldn't play this Italian winger, would he? The
Is that
chairman,
what it was?
yeah, the chairman up there wanted to. They got this Italian winger, and the chairman wanted to play him, and he said, "Oh, the chairman said, why don't you play him?" He said, "Because he's not very good." He said, "Well, you better play him Saturday." He said, "No, I ain't." He said, "Well, you better make sure you win the game Saturday." Of course, they lost. And he's out of a job the next day.
Well, he's an idiot anyway.
Well, there you go.
But
Yeah, I'm not Hessenthaler's biggest fan. I must be honest.
yeah, but I mean, you know, if the O's go into meltdown, then you know that's fine with me. As far as the cup game goes on Tuesday, it is pretty irrelevant. But I've never been one of these people who thinks that cup games are just annoying. So you want to get them out of the way and concentrate on the league. Because apart from the fact that I think it's nice to have a decent cup run, and especially if you have a chance of getting to Wembley. If the alternative is just an average to bad league season, but at the same time, I think when we've got to the final in the past, well, maybe not last time, but certainly in 2004 to 5, for example, first time we got to the final. If you actually look at our results that season, every single game in the Football League Trophy that season, most of them we hadn't won the last league game before it, and we always won the last league game after the cup game because it just gave us that momentum again.
Oh yeah.
I also think it would be good to get a win tomorrow because it carries on the unbeaten games at Roots Hall.
I'll be well chuffed if we got a win tomorrow. Since it's not playing till Tuesday.
Oh, you know what's
But,
happening. I'm sorry. The next game, Tuesday. But if
Yeah.
it will carry on the momentum and it will build their confidence if they win another game.
And I think it's important we do
Is that another comment?
get it at Roots Hall, get that
You've got
positivity back.
Yeah, you need to put in a decent.
It seems that even under Stirrup we struggled, didn't we, at home? With the supporters on our backs. And
Yeah.
so I think,
They
yeah.
were
it is.
booze again yesterday, weren't they?
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't really hear any from obviously where I sit is where most of the boos generally emanate from, but I didn't really hear any of that yesterday. There was a lot more.
But it did feel like a
support.
defeat, didn't it, yesterday?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
I know we didn't play too well, but we were the better team in the second half, I thought. But to throw it away in the last minute was...
Right, Gary Sanders has come through. My Hibs mate said when he joined us, Oxley obviously, that he doesn't come for a cross.
Yep.
This seems his only failing so far, apart from a few twitchy handling issues.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the last few games and how he's settling in?
Well, I think we've
Well, she covered it,
said
but
really, but
Last two,
for the benefit of anyone who wasn't here right from the start. Well, yeah, the last couple of games he's done all right, but we're not getting carried away. At the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, all he's done is his job. He has cost us a number of points already this season. Whilst, after the Northampton game, I would have been happy if we never played for us ever again. But he has done. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. I just want to add to that.
really?
Darryl Verhaven, who is one of my favourite ever goalies, an absolute legend. His first game for us ever was absolutely abysmal. He was pathetic away at Carlisle. He was just an absolute clown. However, he got good after that. So
You went on to say
You
Yeah.
say about people doing their job. So Wordsworth did his job yesterday, and people were saying what a great goal it is. Well, so why can't we praise when he makes a good save? You say he's just doing his job, but isn't Wordsworth doing his job when he puts the ball in the back of the net? And
Yeah.
but that is only a part of his job. Wordsworth isn't a goal scorer, and if he can get a few goals, one of the reasons that we want him in the team is because he can get goals. Ox's one and only job is to make saves. So if several games he messes up and costs us points, then.
And what games did you say?
It's not his job is to keep the ball out the back of the net. Yes, but it's also to organise his defence and talk to him, which he didn't do. But he has started. He started yesterday. Was the most vocal we've seen him all season, isn't it?
Definitely.
But yeah,
two goals I can really remember. It was an actual mistake. Northampton's first one, and the mix-up against Millwall. Other than that,
and the last one at Northampton, I think he could have done better with that. I think he could have done a lot better with that. I don't think that's a good save.
I can't even
That's my opinion.
remember now. I mean, I'm sure even in the first game at Gillingham.
But
against Gillingham.
would you keep him in now, or would you put Ted back in?
For now, I would probably keep him just because Ted is 100% our keeper for the future, and I want him to have enough time. I want him to come into the team when he's ready, which I don't think he is at the moment. And so, whilst I would have had him in maybe a couple of games ago, just because I was so sick of Oxley costing us more points, but yeah, I don't want to ruin Ted by just bringing him in too quick.
I think Oxley looks better. He was catching the ball yesterday. He couldn't catch anything in the first few games.
If
He
that
still
was
doesn't come
Oxley-
off his line though.
if that was Oxley that made a mistake at Bolton, dropped the ball, he'd been crucified.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't actually think that was Ted's fault though. I think he was genuinely fouled.
Yeah, if that was Oxley doing that,
Well,
would have
Bolton.
got in his back.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a foul, but the geezer just took a chance, didn't he? He
Yeah.
just jumped and he just
but-
bought a lottery ticket. If he got away with it, it went in the net and he got a goal. If he didn't, it's a foul. So what?
Of course, some people would have blamed him for that if it was Oxley, but I wouldn't personally. As I said, I thought I thought Ted was
Right.
fouled, and I thought Ted did very well in those two games.
Here's another one for you then,
Okay.
from young Bretty again. Ryan Leonard's distribution. Is he playing to instructions to get the ball forward as quickly as possible? As I think he has the the technique and quality to do much better. Is he being told to get the ball forward quick?
I don't know. I mean, Leonard's been a bit of a mystery the last couple of years, really, hasn't he? Because
Yep.
that first season under Brown, he was an absolute revelation. I mean, several times he would just in several games where he literally just ran straight through and scored, and no one could touch him. And just his power and strength and everything. And I mean, I've always called him the Steven Gerrard of League One. Except when we were in League Two, just because of that and the quality of the goals that he scores and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like he doesn't really seem to know what his role is.
He
at
does
times.
seem to be like, he gets the ball, he don't even look, does he?
No.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, earlier on,
Mm.
yeah. He got better towards the second half on Saturday because he was doing them surging runs forward. He put his foot on the ball, wasn't he? But up until then, all season, he seems to have been over the top without looking or overhitting.
So is he playing to instructions not to get too far forward then? Or has he been told with Wordsworth, if one goes, one stays?
One stays.
That's the other thing, isn't it? I mean, with Atkinson beside him, Atkinson is another one that can run with the ball, but he just goes round and round in circles, doesn't he, really?
Sideways, backwards.
You know, I'm not Princess Tippy Toes' biggest fan.
Yeah,
But I
That's
said
right.
last year that he either scored or assisted in every other start he did for us.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 goals now in 2 starts.
And he should have 3.
Yeah.
On that
So-
subject, and changing the subject slightly, as I was reading the programme this morning, Cipriano played 2 games for us, scored in both, hasn't even made the bench since. I know he's a youngster and we
Yeah.
have other players and things.
not
but I'd still-
since, because he's come on as sub
He
since.
played at
then.
the start of the start.
But yeah, he wasn't. I'm sure. Yesterday was the only time he hasn't been on the bench, or was he? I don't remember
Wasn't
if he was on the bench on Tuesday as
no.
well. But that's good because our bench is getting stronger because we've now got the likes of Fortuné, and Wordsworth has come back from injury. So whereas remember previously, we didn't have Atkinson on the bench because he was in the team.
Yeah, Matt Sazaka on the bench, didn't we? All the couple of youth players, didn't they?
Yeah,
I
so
think it's-
so it just proves that we're getting stronger because
Is there another comment, Shannon?
we've had no options on the bench for a lot this season.
That's the one we read. Yeah, Gary Sanders come back. He said, I think Oxley is growing into the position and has done well the last couple of games. Ted will be a good keeper like Dan was. Needs the right time to get his chance. So
Yeah.
far, it's too early, unfortunately, which is fair comment.
Yeah,
Plus
I
the
mean,
fact we're also a league higher than we were when Dan was in
Dan
goal.
was.
yeah. I mean, I said this time last season. I said, well,
Dan came
I
through,
don't
sorry, not in
want.
goal, but came
yeah.
through. Yeah.
I said I don't want Bentley to stay because by then, Ted will be ready. But unfortunately, he's clearly not ready. And obviously, being a division higher is part of that. But I hope that Oxley is growing into his position. I mean, he'll always have my full support while he's in goal. But the fact is, you can't escape the fact that he has cost us points, and in more than one game already this season, and he hasn't had many. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's quite difficult coming down from Scotland as well, and to settle in a whole different area and everything. Although I don't understand why that ever makes any difference
No, exactly.
for any
Especially when
player
it
at
costs the
all.
white
But
line,
it shouldn't make it any difference. But you know what a lot of footballers are like. For some reason, that kind of stuff does affect some of them. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, whilst I've got no complaints about him from the last couple of games, I'm still yet to. I'm not
full
going.
judgment.
But I'm certainly not going to be cheering for him or anything just yet. He's still got a lot to prove in my eyes.
So, do we still think Brown's the right man for the job? Scott? Give him a chance.
Well, I think there's still doubts, isn't there? Because we still sat back yesterday, whether he was under instructions or whether it was a natural thing to do to try and protect it. But otherwise, I always support him. I think there's a chance. The players he can bring, I know they're a bit older, but if you look at the players he has brought in, I think they will come good in the end. You can't.
He has brought in quality players,
yeah.
and that's one of the annoying things. It's like, would another manager get more out of those players?
You see some supporters in like the chat rooms saying in the forums, so look at the forwards on paper. We've got obviously Cox scored goals in the Championship. Fortuna has scored goals in the Premier League as well before. We've got Rangers, as we all know.
And you got Mooney. Don't forget Mooney.
31 goals.
But there is on paper. People saying to me, "Oh, you got like before the game. You got Ferdinand in the team. You got Wordsworth, who's played in the champ, done well for Colchester and that. So there's Dimitri, League One, right back of the year last year. It's a strong squad. I think they can't stay bad. And I think they will come good in the end.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, it's a good thing that we've signed these quality players, and it's a good thing that a lot of them, I'm sure, wouldn't have come if it wasn't for Brown. But on the other hand, you've got the fact that, firstly, there's the fact that we've got all these quality players, but we're still not playing that great. How much better could we be playing under a different manager, maybe? And you've also got the fact that how many quality players have we lost, and how many of those have been because of Brown? At the end of the day, our 3 best players from last season all left in the summer, and how many of those were down to Brown? I think the only one that you could say definitely would have gone no matter what is Bentley. Definitely. But I think even Payne, if we'd had a different manager, maybe one who
But I think
maybe
he's
had a
been
bit
found
more
out.
flavour.
Really hasn't had a look in the last 4 or 5 games. He's in the under 21 squad at the moment.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's.
But yeah, there's no doubt he has.
That's a different matter. He's a quality player, and yeah, he deserves to be at that level. But yeah, he should be with us really. But
Who? Jack?
yeah, but
No, he's better off where he is. Better off where he is. He's not going to be stifled, is he?
But yeah, exactly. That's the point, and it's Brown. It's Brown who stifled him.
I think so. I definitely think so.
So whilst obviously I've said the last couple of weeks or so that I've really started to get fed up with Brown now, and I'm sort of losing my support. I have always supported him. I've been one of the very few in the last few months, but I'm still not totally convinced either way. Whilst he's our manager, I will fully back him, but I can't help but think that with the players that we've got, that things could maybe be a bit better under a different manager. But we'll see. I think if I had to make a choice, I would probably say stick with Brown for now. Because the trouble is, you get another manager. I mean, anything could happen. And when we just start all over again, we start all over again. They're going to want to bring in their own players, all the rest of it. So, as it stands, Brown is our manager. So
we could have been mid-table if he stayed to 1-0, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could have been in touching distance again.
Right, Gary's come back again, and he said a keeper's error will all too often cost us, to be fair, which is a fair comment.
Yeah.
Dan did too on occasion.
Yep.
The
We
balance,
mentioned before.
I don't understand this, but the balance was in Dan's very much favour though. So I think injured players coming back is looking better for us. Cox needs the right partner, i.e. someone not called Mooney.
Yeah.
Good team on paper, just need to put it together consistently.
And there has been signs, I think, the last couple of games it is coming together, but we need the complete performance next, don't we?
Yeah.
That's the next step, I think.
Yeah, and as far as
Rochdale on Saturday.
And as far as Oxley goes, if by the end of the season, it's quite possible that he will be in credit, and we say, he had those couple of mistakes at the start of the season, but it don't matter. The number of points he's won us. If it turns out that he's just had all of his mistakes out of the way in the first few games, then fair enough. Because Bentley had there were 2 or 3 games when Bentley did cost us. But he also saved us a lot of points. So another one who I think the jury is still very much out on.
Young Brett's back again. God bless you. I think we could play a lot better with a different manager. We'd like to see us play something like Oxford did last week, very neat and tidy. However, I don't think there are too many better options out there managerial-wise at the minute.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't agree with that. I think there's better options out there managerial-wise. I think there's a lot of them out there.
Sam Allardyce has got a
Yeah.
job.
Ian Holloway.
I knew you were going to say him. I just knew you were going to say Ian Holloway. Yeah, but he's an arsehole.
I don't care. He's a winner. He plays proper football.
I don't care. I'll never forgive him for the Bill situation.
I still think Brian Alt should get the job.
Brian Horton. Do you know,
He had a Premier Chat record 30 years ago.
I actually asked Kavanagh, I asked Kavanagh on Thursday what Brian Horton actually does at this football club. And he waxed lyrical for probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Apparently, he scouts all the opposition.
So what does our chief scout do then?
He scouts all the opposition. He scouts players. He goes with the youth team. He scouts all the youth team, and he's a sounding board for Phil Brown between Phil and the players, and he's a sounding board for Ricky Duncan as well with all the youth team players.
Busy man then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So he actually does quite a bit. A pattern
according
mention,
to Kavanagh.
apparently, yeah.
so in that case, let's change it slightly. What does Brown do?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. But that's what he said, yeah. But I wouldn't. I think there's better managers than Brown, aren't there?
I know. I mean, there are some.
Would you have
Big-
Pearson? If
big
Pearson,
name,
if Pearson
not-
became available, would you have Pearson?
Don't know. I mean, I probably would actually. He's a bit of a nutter. Basically, at the end of the day, whilst I would, as I said, I
Or
wouldn't
go
want Ian
the other
Holloway,
way.
but anyone but Steve Evans.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have Stevens. I
But
would do that.
how
Stephen
many
Blythe style.
managers would
Yeah.
want to come to Southend?
I think it could be.
There's only 92 jobs. If you
Well, I
go,
suppose.
Football League and Premier League, there's
There's got
92
a new
jobs.
stadium coming as well.
Yeah.
Really?
But no,
Danny
but,
Cowley, would you
but
have Danny
it's-
Cowley at Lincoln? Guy seems to get players
maybe,
playing, doesn't he?
yeah, and yeah, obviously fairly local as well.
That's
And,
Mr. Mason's
and
story,
at the end of the day, as everyone always says, we have got the potential. We have got a lot of potential at Southend because when you look at our catchment area, and I mean it's proved that whenever we have like a really big game or we're in a championship or whatever, the crowds increase massively. We've got a lot of potential.
Even when we struggled in the Championship, we had full house, or 10,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you go back to the Championship now, you'll have 10,000.
Well, even if you struggled, you reckon?
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah.
They'll all come out of the woodwork. They always do because you're
Yeah.
playing. They always do.
Exactly, and that's the point. That is quite appealing to some.
Gary's just come back and
managers.
said about Danny Cowley as well.
Really?
But Ron will never go that route. Ron, for some reason, Ron likes the big name man, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, it's similar to what we said last week about the players. Like, on one hand, you've got some signing big players with Premier League experience, but sometimes we've been better off when we just pick up young, hungry non-league players. And it's the same with managers. We've had lots of experienced managers. We've also a lot of them. Some have been all right. Some have been a complete disaster. Personally, I think Paul Stowe deserves a knighthood. Because we should have dropped out the league in his first season. Absolutely no
We had
question.
no right to stay.
Yeah, but at the same time, then
There's a man who's bringing in getting players playing.
yeah,
Got players to play.
yeah,
Knew
but
what he was
then
doing.
like before that, going forward 10 years, about 10 years before that, we got through so many managers and they were all useless. Brought in Tilly, no managerial experience, and ended up ended up being our most successful manager ever. So
Is that luck?
I think a lot of it was down to luck.
But I understand
under
what
Tilly,
you're
but-
saying now.
But
I think it probably was because he picked up Freddie, didn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, but again, that goes back to going to non-league, doesn't it?
yeah.
But that was his trouble. When he got to the Championship, that was his trouble. He didn't know the players that end. He knew the players at the lower league end,
Yeah.
and they weren't good enough for the Championship.
And yet, for the second half of that season, we were awesome. We should not have gone down.
Oh yeah, probably right. Yeah.
But then saying that, it was typical Southend that
It's
season.
not-
We
it's
beat
not-
everyone in the top six apart from Derby,
You read,
but we lost
you
all
read
the
the Sun
capital
yesterday, the guy, the older manager, there was a thing in there with him yesterday. I read it out to Claire. He was saying that he's picked up 3 players from non-league, experienced 24, 25-year-old players, and picked them up. I know Oldham was struggling, but he's picked them up from there because he reckons you take the youngsters out of the academies of the Premier League and that, it takes them 10 games, 12
Yeah.
games to get used to
The
playing in front of a big
Yeah.
crowd, playing against real players, people whose mortgages and livelihoods depend on them winning games of football. Whereas when they're in the Premier
Hang
League,
on.
they're in that bubble.
Careful, Shane, because you sound like you're now supporting B teams in the league.
No.
get them experience.
It's not, but I'm just saying, it's just, you know, you go
Yeah.
down to the non-league. These guys are 23, 24, 25. This is their career. Or you've got the 23-year-old who's gone out of the league, like this Freddie Ladapo, who's at Oldham, done the lower league, he's gone out. Now realises, or the guy at Bogle, whatever his name is, at Grimsby.
Grimsby Town, yeah.
Yeah, he dropped out of the league. He's come back. He now realises what he should be doing, and look at him go.
Yeah.
But we're not. We're always taking these young players out of the academy. The boy King from Swansea,
Prime
technically
example.
very good.
Yeah.
Never going to work for us.
Did well at Crewe last season though,
It's
but
never going to work for us.
It's like Kamara we had with Arsenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, just
Yeah, just
where is
not
he now?
suited.
Consistent. No, they're
Yeah.
not suited to. They're not suited to that type of football. They're used to playing on carpets, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
What
Well,
they
even the
play.
training grounds.
to be fair, Root Hall pitch has looked fantastic this season.
It's still not a Premier League pitch,
I
is
know.
it? Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't think first game of the season. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have all the undersoil heating and all that rubbish, but you don't need it this time of year. First game of the season, I generally don't think you could have got a better pitch. Anyway, we've been talking for nearly 3/4 of an hour now, so I'm amazed if anyone's still actually watching. So
We definitely need somebody for next week. We need 2 people for next week's show. So please get
Do we?
in touch. Yeah, because we're away.
are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're
All
away.
right, well, yeah. Otherwise, you'll just have to put up with just me and Scott. So yeah.
Not that you ain't already putting up with him all the time anyway. Let's be fair.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Anyone else who wants to join us, then let us know.
Please do.
So
So predictions for Tuesday before we go, Shane?
Comfortable win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Claire,
I'm going to win.
And a comfortable win at Rochdale as well.
you reckon we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tuesday, I really do not give a toss. Genuinely.
You can,
Is that a win then?
But I'm only interested in Saturday. I don't like.
See, that's
ever
wrong.
giving-
You can't just be interested in one. You've got to.
Why? I'm interested in the league. I know that kind of contradicts what I said a minute ago.
Yes.
But I am. I mean, yeah, of course I want us to win, really. But I suppose at the end of the day, we should win it.
We'll take the league points over the cup win any day of the week, but we should win. We've got to go out and try and win the cup games.
We should win. So I would say 2-0.
And you
on
start.
Tuesday night.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
I,
Tuesday
see,
night,
I
yeah.
think 2 wins as well. But I reckon we have 2 different teams out.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
It'll be interesting to see what happens Tuesday.
how many. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
then
whether they-
we'll see if they all do well when they come in, who sticks and what formation we have on Saturday. Because you can't change again. If you win comfortably on Tuesday night,
I think you can. I think.
I
you
don't
can.
know.
I know you
Yeah.
will.
I can't see. Hand on heart, I can't see any way of him going to Rochdale and playing 4-4-2 or 2 up front. Cannot see it at all. He'll go there. It's just not going to happen.
Then we're going to have players getting unhappy sitting on the bench, you know.
Or just changing the formation every.
Yeah.
Don't know their arse from their elbow. You know, that's the problem, isn't it?
I can't imagine Fortune, Cox and Ranger all being happy on the bench. You'd be going to go with one of them. Or even Mooney on the bench.
I think Fortune is surely must realise that he's going to be on the bench.
Fortuné, eh? Fortuné.
Yeah.
Fortuné.
He
He's
has
gonna
got
be on the
an
bench.
accent on his final EU now.
He's going to be on the bench more often than not. Certainly when everyone's fit. But I'll be. Regardless of what happens on Tuesday, I will be extremely disappointed if we don't start with Cox and either Fortuné or Ranger alongside him on Saturday. I think if we go back to the same starting 11, that will be that we've had the last couple of games. I think that will be a step back because we look so much better. We look like a proper attacking threat when Mooney and McLaughlin came off. So
We didn't have much of a defence, did we, at the end, with 10 men behind the ball?
well, no, but that's a different matter. At the end of the day, we're our biggest problems this season, I think, have been up front, not at the back.
Well, whose fault is that?
Well, obviously, it's the manager's fault.
12 strikers he had on the list.
Yeah, and his manager signed none of them.
Exactly.
But there we go. But you know, if Orient just decided not to sell Jay Simpson at the last minute, then there's not a lot we can do about that. But still,
sure
yeah.
finances played a part in that as well.
Yeah,
I think it
but
would.
we've
Just a quick
we've
aside,
got the fourth
if
strikers
we can
now,
get a
so-
word in, Daz, if we can get a word in.
yeah. All right, then. We're supposed to be wrapping it up here.
Yeah,
but,
well, no, we're
carry
wrapping
on.
up, but
There's more comments going.
England manager. Who do you want? Who would you have, given the choice?
Wenger.
Wenger?
I'll give Southgate until his contract runs out.
If he plays for 4 games, Southgate wins for 4 games, you wouldn't give it to him?
No,
Fair enough.
I'll go for Wenger. To be honest.
I would go for Wenger as well. Even though I would prefer to have an English manager ideally, but he's been here so long. He's virtually English anyway.
But do you not think he he despises the English press, doesn't he? He very rarely talks.
But
to the press.
that's another good thing, because there's no chance that the press. By the way, I mean, Sam Allardyce, complete idiot, but the press absolutely disgust me. But what are they going to find out on Wenger that they've not already that hasn't already been?
He's already been in the
Yeah. So they're not going to be able to dig up anything on him. Plus, I really don't want Alan Pardew to get it.
Well, how in that, though,
Shut up. Definitely don't want him. So no, Orient all the way. No Wenger for me.
Claire?
Glenn Hoddle.
Yeah, Glenn Hoddle for me. As well.
I just have an issue with us being managed by a
I
foreigner.
would like,
I think we should always be managed by an English.
You'd rather be managed by a lunatic.
if I was given the choice,
If he
I
can
would
get
take-
results,
I
yes.
would put Eddie Howe in there and Glenn Hoddle as his senior figure.
That yeah.
And then obviously how can then...
Even though Howe was an absolute disaster at Burnley,
Yeah.
I think he's one of those managers who might only ever be able to do it for one club. But you know,
That's what
like
Phil Brown's going wrong with us.
yeah,
He can do it at Hull.
yeah,
I think that's being proven good and proper.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Right.
so
So please get in touch if you want to sit here next week and pontificate. If you can get a word in around Darren, that is.
Yeah, well, it will be just you and me otherwise
Yeah,
next
right.
week. So
You can't
so, yeah,
inflict that on
we'll,
Scott, can you? Come on.
Yes, we need 2 people for
Get
next
out.
week.
Cheers everyone, and we will hopefully see you all again soon.
Good night.
Don't know what the press, I'll let you do, to be honest.
Yeah, Shane and technology really don't go well together.